Hey guys, welcome back. Chef Nano here. Thank you for joining me today. And here we are to make some pizza dough. Today I'm going to make some flatbreads with some double O flour. The reason I'm doing this, I want to make some flatbreads and I also want to make a quick little pita with this, my style on pita, for some hummus that I will be making. Hummus I will be making later. Thank you again for joining me, and here we are. We're off to make some pizza dough. So I've grabbed a quick mixing bowl that I'm going to be using with my mix that is behind me. I'm going to show you how we're going to be doing that today. Very simple ingredients, very simple stuff that you can do at home, stuff that you can do with your kids, with yourself, with your wife, whatever the hell you want, even your husband. So today, like I said, pizza dough. Here we off. I am actually going to start with 1 3/4 cups of warm water. So with this warm water, what I've done is I've boiled off a kettle about 3 cups of water, boiled that off, and then I've added 3 cups of cold water to that. Just tap water your cold water to cool it down to get it warm. So I'm using 1 3/4 cups of water. I'm going to add that right into my mixing bowl. And the reason I want to do that is because I'm going to add my dry active yeast. Now I want that yeast to bloom before I add my other ingredients. Give it a couple minutes with some warm water. It's really going to activate that yeast. So I've just got 2 teaspoons of dry active yeast. I'm going to add that right in. I'm just going to let it bloom up. It's going to give it a little bit of a poof, as I call it. Just going to give it a quick little mix. I'm going to show you what it looks like. It's going to be like a little milky water. That's nothing crazy. I'm going to add that right into the bowl. We're going to leave it. So we're also going to add in 1 tablespoon of sugar. And the reason I'm doing that, I like a little bit of a sweetness to my pizza doughs, especially if I'm going to be using it for a flatbread or a dip, which I'm going to be doing with my hummus later. So I'm just going to add that in very quickly. I'm also going to add 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and just to give it an extra little bit of depth of flavor. That's nothing crazy. You're going to throw that in there as well. We're not going to mix it now because we're going to mix it in our mixing bowl later. I also have about 1 3/4 cups of olive oil. Use any natural olive oil you want. Use some Mediterranean, some Italian. You can use avocado oil even if you wanted to, if you're trying to stay away from olives, or even if you want coconut oil. So I'm just going to add that in there. Simple. Very easy. Nothing that's going to stop you. You can do this quickly. It's going to set aside for 4 or 5 hours. Do this quickly before you go to the gym, even if you're headed out for the day. And I've got about 5 cups of double O Caputo flour. Now this makes the best pizza dough. You can use all-purpose flour. There's nothing wrong with that at all, but you can also use this, which I prefer to use. It really makes your dough makes it more authentic, as I would call it. But it's really good. You can also use AP flour. So I'm just going to add this right into my mixing bowl. Now, like I said, this is going to go in my stand mixer behind me. I'm going to want to add about all of it, and just going to leave a little bit later. See if I need to add more. Maybe you might need to use 6 cups. We'll show you as I go. So I'm just going to throw this on the mixer. Nothing crazy. Like I said, very simple. You don't have to kick your butt trying to get it done all the time. You can do this in 15 minutes. Set all your ingredients aside. Nothing crazy. We're just going to add that in. Let that go a minute. It's a little loud, but we're going to let that go. We're going to grab a little spatula and we're going to push down the sides as it goes, just so that flour doesn't get stuck. And we want to incorporate everything at once. Make sure you don't get your hands stuck. So that's mixing nice. It's just giving a quick whirl. We're going to roll it out. I'm going to show you after. We're going to throw a little bit more. Turn it on, have fun with it, nothing crazy, enjoy it. So this is still a little bit sticky, and that's the way I want it because I'm going to roll it out by hand as soon as I pull it over here. And the reason I do that is I like to feel my dough. I like to put my energy into it. I like to have love with it. I'm just going to pour out the rest of my flour here, which is about a cup and a half. And this way I can tell what texture I want with my dough. There's nothing wrong with using your hands, having fun with it. Cooking is all about enjoying, having fun with it. So this is your dough. Simple dough. I just want to start kneading in that flour. You might have a little bit too much extra. There's nothing wrong with that. You can scrape it aside, use it because I'm going to roll out my flatbread, save it for later. I don't like to use any waste. I like to keep everything I possibly can going with it. You can still feel it's a little bit warm from that warm water, and that's great because you're gonna activate that yeast, and that's what's gonna make this rise. So, as I said, we've got about, this is about 4.5 cups. I've just distributed about 5 cups in total because I didn't know exactly how much it was gonna absorb. And like I said, you're just gonna wanna rub it, roll it, have fun with it, start kind of making it like this. And once you get a little bit of pushback on it, you know it's ready to go. So now that my dough is ready and ready to rock and roll, I'm just gonna leave it aside. I'm gonna grab a sheet tray. I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil on the bottom, nothing crazy. Just so it sticks. Nothing nuts. Grab a sheet tray, a little bit of olive oil, and throw your dough right on top. And you're gonna set this aside. You're gonna cover it with some saran wrap. You're gonna set it aside. You're gonna come back to it in about 4 or 5 hours, and you're gonna portion it, you're gonna roll it, and you're gonna bake it. I'm gonna show you how to do that when I do my flatbread video. Thank you again for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that subscribe button below, and hope to see you again. Thanks again, Chef Nano, chefnanos.com.